Hey, it's Allison here again, and I want to talk about how I helped a client boost their AOV, their average order value, by 50%. Now, it sounds really awesome, and it actually took a lot of work, and it also took a lot of understanding about user behavior. But in the end, of course, it was very, very much worth it because boosting AOV is not really an easy thing to do. Boosting conversions, that's something that it's easier to focus on. It's something that we can keep on working on. But AOV is a little bit trickier. Getting more people to spend more money and buy a bigger purchase is a little bit trickier. So what this is, it's a supplement company, and we have a very high performing quiz funnel, a lot of cold traffic going to it. In fact, we very much heavily rely on our Facebook and Google traffic for our conversions. So what we normally do is we optimize conversion rate, which is great because once we get that initial conversion, we're confident we can get them to keep on coming back. But like I said, boosting that AOV is really tricky. So what it looks like is it's a quiz funnel on the front end. You buy an info product, and then on the back end, there are a couple of different upsells. And for the upsells, we have some really well-written VSLs with our guru on camera, very charismatic, very great on camera. So they perform really well. However, we want to see if we could actually get people to purchase more or bigger bundles or even the auto ship for that. So we do a lot of testing with copy, but for this one, it was actually more of a user behavior and user experience type of thing. So in going through the funnel, we realized that 70% of our traffic is on mobile. So what we did is we went through the experience on mobile many, many times. And what we decided to do was we converted the videos from like a 16:9, which means it's like a horizontal type of video, to a vertical format. That's a 3:2 ratio. And what that does is that it takes up more of the screen. So it gets you to engage more in the video and therefore watch through to the end and therefore get to the CTA. So simply by converting all of our upsells into vertical videos, we saw a 50% boost in AOV, which is massive. And that's huge for us because on the front end, I mean, we normally, GM gross margin is a little bit lower, but that really boosted that GM and boosted the average order value. So that was a really, really huge win. And that took a lot of understanding users, understanding our avatar and how to best present our offer to them and how we can solve the problem because the copy and the lead is already very well optimized. So that's why we kind of have to look at other different things. And I think it came down to one, knowing that a lot of our traffic was mobile, but also going through the experience on a mobile device many times to come up with these kinds of ideas. So that's how you know your customer very intimately and how you can boost your average order value by 50%. I'm not saying that's how much you're going to get, and that was pretty big for us, but who knows? It could be more, it could be less. But it's always worth testing if you have that kind of traffic. So if you are spending a lot of money on cold traffic, definitely worth testing, especially if you have a VSL. All right, I'll see you next week.